Okay, Michelle, you are alive and you've made it. I'm honestly still in disbelief. I can't even believe that I did this. I want to cry because I didn't think I was going to make it. I sat in that hotel room and I'm going to tell you how I got to this decision. But I sat in that hotel room and I asked myself, I said, Michelle, you keep running and you trying to find a place that you feel safe and you don't feel safe. So I had to think about the places here in the United States that are somewhat safe, if safe is even a thing for women like me. I was thinking about going to seek asylum in Canada. I honestly was. I was going to buy a ticket to Canada if the borders was open, and I was going to go seek asylum in Canada, and I was going to tell Canada, like, look, my government is failing me. They not helping me. There's no resources. There's no doctors. There's no agencies. There's nothing. I live in the South, okay? And the South is not, like, it's a shame that we live in the United States and what are the places that are known to help trans women? San Francisco, California, New York. Where else? Nowhere else, really. I didn't think my truck was going to make it. And I sat in the hotel room and I said, Michelle, when are you going to stop running? And when are you actually going to take a step forward to really help yourself, to actually be able to try to get help? So I've been driving for 3 days, and I just got here to the LGBTQ center in California. And I got here 7 minutes late after they closed. And they're not open on the weekend. So I feel like I just traveled, I'm grateful. Let me not say that. I'm crying because I've come such a long way to get here and I'm so close and I can't talk to nobody for help, because I got here too late. I drove straight over here, but at least I'm here, and I have a place to sleep tonight. Okay, so I'm going to be good. I'm going to be good. I'm going to be honest with you. I'm nervous, The reason why I never considered California as an option is because it's expensive, just like New York. And I know what people are thinking. You shouldn't have put out your location, but at this point, I'm tired of running. Here's what I have to say. Why is it during this whole process when everybody was telling me, Michelle, be careful about your location, be careful about your location. Why is it that nobody said, wait a minute. Why is it that Michelle has to live in a world where she feels unsafe as a person, as a human being? Why is it that Michelle has to keep running because of others' bad behaviors? Why is it that Michelle doesn't have programs available to help her? Why is that? Because that's what I've been asking myself every single day. I'm like, why is it? Why is it that I had to embark on this journey to just try to get help? And I'm a U.S. citizen. I paid taxes. I had what do you call those papers that you get where they take the taxes? Because they make sure the W-2 form. They make sure when you apply for a job that you fill that out. They take your money. They sure do. But why is it that I'm just frustrated. I'm frustrated because I feel like the system is like really failing. It's like we're forgotten. Nobody cares about us. Nobody cares about trans women. We know we losing our lives out here. We losing our lives from senseless acts of hate. Okay? I can't tell you how many times I've been in situations where I could have lost my life because of another person's ignorance, towards me. I just really want help. I'm tired of having to do it on my own. I just really want help. And I feel like here's what I have to tell the president, the government, whatever, I don't care. Here's what I have to ask. Like, why is it that as a trans woman, I have to go on the biggest leap of faith in my life? I've had to travel so far just to get help. Why is help not available everywhere? Why is it? Why is it that you don't want to see us? That you don't want to protect us? I'm just tired. Being trans is not easy. It comes with so many adversities that you have to overcome, and nobody helps you out. I feel so unsupported. I feel like I want a community. I want a family. I don't want to do this alone no more. It's tiring. I have the right to live. I do. I have the right to live. I shouldn't have to live in my car. I shouldn't have to not be able to go to a doctor. Okay? Because the doctor won't know how to take care of me because they're not a doctor who specializes in trans individuals. I thought a doctor was a doctor, man. Like, this should be universal. Like, it's not fair no more. It's 2020 and we've been through so much and so many people are losing their lives and COVID is going rampant. And I'm asking, like, why? Why is it that we're not getting help? I keep thinking about that song from Pink where she's like, "Dear Mr. President, come take a walk with me. I want the president to come sit in this car with me. Come sit in this car with me. I challenge you. I challenge any politician who says that my life don't matter. I challenge them to come into this truck with me and sit here with me and tell me and look me in my eye and tell me why. Why is it that I'm not protected? Why is it that my life doesn't have value? How about you sleep here one night and see how it feels? I've carried all this on my own, physically, spiritually, mentally, everything. I'm living in a system that wants us to disappear, that doesn't care. And how am I supposed to survive in a structure that's not made to support me? How? America, land of the free? No, that isn't. It's the land of the free if you fit in. If you're what society deems as normal, when you are not deemed as what society sees as normal, you have to like navigate the world in this underground world that people don't understand. You go to police. I've been to police after police station trying to seek help, and they looking at me like, so you're telling me that you were born male? And I'm like, what does that have to do with me getting beat? What does that have to do with me getting choked out? What does that have to do with any of it? I'm begging you for help. And why? Why is it that what's in between my legs matters more than my human life? I'm tired. You know what? I shouldn't have to go to Canada to seek help, to seek asylum. You know what? I hope this video goes viral because I'm here to say I'm here in California. I'm here in LA and I'm seeking asylum as an American. Okay, as an American trans Afro-Latina woman. Okay? I have paid my dues and I have paid my taxes, and I am here in California to seek asylum. And I'm demanding that you see me and you tell me if you're not going to help me. If I've traveled all this way, if I sacrificed everything and put everything into this one last shot, I need you to look at me in the face and tell me why you can't help me at this point. Because I'm not taking no for an answer. You have to help me. I've been through too much. I've fought too hard. My life has value and it has meaning and it has purpose, and I have the right to live. I just need to calm down before I start driving because I'm upset right now. I'm upset. It's not fair. You know what I think about? I think about all the other trans girls that I left behind in the South that don't have access to help, that there's no laws in place to protect them if something happens to them. They are not fortunate to have been able to come with me. But I hope that my story can bring awareness so that no woman has to go through what I've been through. I have had to survive in a world full of predators and monsters and no protection for me. No protection for me. It's time that our stories get heard. It's time that our pain gets to be heard. I wonder how the president would feel if one of his children were trans like me and had to survive in a world that they had the power to change to make better. Because I'm somebody's daughter. I'm somebody's daughter. I'm somebody's aunt. I'm somebody's sister. I'm not just some other, I'm not just some, I don't know. I'm a person. I'm here. My life has value. It has meaning. I fought for it. I have fought for my life. All my life I've had to fight. I've had to go against the world that refused to see me and expected me to explain myself. People don't sit there and think when they ask insensitive questions to trans individuals. Think before you speak when you ask a question, okay? You don't know how it feels to live in a world that looks at you like you are not normal, okay? Okay? People say, oh, did you get the surgery? And they don't think about what that question means. Did I get the surgery? As if my body is not valid. As if it means nothing. That I am not eligible for respect because I may have been born different, but aren't we all born different? We all are not alike. And that's what makes us unique and beautiful, is that we're all born different. So it shouldn't matter genitalia, because at the end of the day, we are not all one mold. We are not all one cookie cutter shape. We come in all different shapes, sizes, tones, colors, textures, etc., etc. So when you ask me what's in between my legs, what I have to ask you is, have I asked you what's in between yours? Because last time I checked, what's in between your legs has nothing to do with who you are and how I see you and how I accept you and perceive you. So we need to stop normalizing bad behavior, because it's that language that keeps trans women oppressed and shackled in pain and trauma. We are made to feel bad about our bodies, and we are made to believe that we have to change everything about ourselves to look a certain way, to be a certain way, so that we can be seen as normal. What is normal? Has 2020 not proven to us that normal does not exist? That normal is something that society is trying to place on us to make us feel inferior than one another, so that we are stuck in this inferiority complex mentally to keep us enslaved and feeling less than? Why is it that there's a gene pool? You know, if you are not familiar with the show Pose, there is a scene where Blanca and Lulu try to go to a bar, a gay bar. And trust me, trans women, we're not even respected in our own community. We're not respected in our own community. And that's a whole nother topic. And you know what? Let's keep it $150, because I'm tired of staying quiet. I'm tired of staying quiet, okay? Let me tell you something. In the show Pose, Mother Blanca and Lulu were trying to go to a gay bar. They did not want trans women in the gay bar because they said it's not drag night. Mother Blanca said, we should be able to go to this bar. We are a part of the same family. They said, this is not the scene that we're trying to create. And Lulu said, girl, I don't even know why we tried. You know how it is. And she said, but why is that? She's like, everybody wants to feel better than somebody, and we are at the bottom, okay? We are at the bottom. Trans women are at the bottom, okay? We are at the bottom. We are constantly over sexualized. We are made to be fetish. And on top of that, people have normalized the abuse, the verbal abuse, when you ask us about our bodies in such an invasive way, and then look at us as if we're crazy because we don't want to answer a question about our bodies. I'm confused. What I'm about to say is not popular, and I don't care no more. But in the LGBTQ community plus, who's running the ship is the white gay males in politics. Okay? And here's what I have to ask. Why are we being forgotten? Okay? Are we not all a part of the same tree? Why is it that you guys have the privilege to have a seat at the table and be able to have conversations when there aren't many trans representation? Okay? Why is it that this conversation is not being had more? When Pete Buttigieg was running for president, you know what I wanted to ask him personally? If I could ask him, what I wanted to ask him was, okay, you as a gay man, how do you feel about how trans are protected, or what rights that trans individuals have in this in this United States, basically? How do you feel about it? Do you think that we're at where we should be? Or do you think that there's work to be done? And if you feel like there's work to be done, what are you going to do personally so that we're not forgotten? That's what I would like to ask my potential president candidate. I would like to be able to have a one-on-one and be able to say, look at me. I'm not just a demographic, I'm a human being. Maybe if these politicians had to answer to an actual human being who's going through the aftermath of a failed system, if you actually had to look at the person in their eyes and see their pain and see their suffering, how would you then answer when they say, why is there not help for me? I don't know. They say don't talk about politics. It's not popular. It's not popular. But I feel like there needs to be more done about it. I feel like the only time we matter is when there's an event and they want trans representation for the picture. That's what I feel like. You know? That's what I feel like. And then when there is trans advocacy, what does all the interviewers spend their time about? They don't ask about the trans experience. What they ask all the trans women is, have you had the surgery? Have you had the surgery? You know, one time I went on YouTube and I looked at trans advocates and the interviews. And it seemed like every single interview they were being asked about their genitalia or questions about that. And even questions about their transition. Do you know that somebody's transition is a personal, and oftentimes it is rooted in a lot of pain? So for somebody to feel like they can just ask somebody to say, hey, please speak of your pain for me because I want you to explain yourself. Because that's what that looks like, you know? That's what that looks like. But yet that's what's expected of us. You know, that's what it's expected of us. But why is it that we're being exploited for our stories? We speak our pain, but yet nothing is still done about it. Like nothing's being done about it still. Okay, you heard our stories. You heard our pain. We did such a monumental moment when the show Pose came out. The show Pose was so revolutionary. It brought a visual representation of what was going on and what is still going on. But look, still, I'm here. What I'm going through I shouldn't be going through it. So my question is, I'm asking everybody, what's up? Like, what's wrong? Like, what's really going on? Like, what's really going on? What's really going on? I don't know, but there needs to be more of us in the Oval Office having a conversation when y'all over there writing those laws and you're signing those papers, all right? When you make a decision for everybody, I think there needs to be representation of everybody in the room. Digo yo, I'm just saying, so that nobody's left out, because it seems like there's a lot of people being left out, and it's not just trans individuals. You know what? Ain't nothing gonna stop me. I got a month to figure it out. And you know what? I'm going to leave it up to the universe. I'm going to leave it up to the Father. I'm going to leave it up to my Father watching over me. I'm going to leave it up to everything. I'm going to leave it up to the universe to open and unfold for me and create a miracle. You know, this is my Cinderella moment. And right now, I'm waiting for my fairy godmother to come and make it make sense, you know, because I've been through the trials and tribulations. I feel like a Disney movie, honestly. Every time I was going through something, I would watch a Disney movie because it always had a happy ending. I would watch Cinderella and I would watch just a whole bunch of Disney movies. And I'm like, yo, right now is the moment for, like, you know, like in my favorite movie, Cinderella with Brandy and Whitney Houston. Right now, I need that moment where it's like, impossible, impossible. Things are happening every day. And the world is full of zanies and fools who don't believe in sensible rules and who can't sing the rest of the song because I don't want to get demonetized. So I'm going to hum the rest so you know the rest of the song. Impossible. Things are happening every day. Wow. You know what? Right now in this moment, my guardian angel, my truck, got me to the promised land. The city of angels. And that's metaphoric. Maybe the city of angels has guardian angels that are going to watch over me, and they're going to, you know, slay their swords and chop away all obstacles and everything's gonna happen. Like literally, my life is gonna glow up. My life is gonna glow up. I'm gonna get like 33 million subscribers. I'm going to be on commercials. I'm going to be a Fenty ambassador. I'm going to be doing interviews. I'm going to be on talk shows. I'm going to be on I don't know, the Tonight Show, at like one of those nighttime shows. I'm going to be on The Breakfast Club with Charlemagne the God. I'm going to be like so booked and busy because like miracles are happening and I just haven't seen them yet. And but that doesn't mean that they're not happening. You know, at this point, I have to believe in magic because I'm going to make my own magic happen. I'm going to make this happen. I've come too far to go back. I've come too far. I've come too far. And I'm almost there. Almost there. Trials and tribulations, I know my share. And I'm almost there. And I'm almost there. And I'm almost there. Uh-huh. And let me tell you. Oh my God. What if this video goes viral and I get to actually have a meeting with like the mayor of California and I get to sit down and talk to him about like my story and what I've experienced and the different states that I've lived in and I've struggled with because there's no protection for trans individuals. And maybe he can talk to the other governors of those states and be like, yo, what's good? Like, you know, my sister just came from where y'all was at and she came over here seeking asylum. Why is it that she had to drive 3 days to seek asylum over here? What's up with, what are y'all doing over there to her? You know, like maybe the governor here or the mayor here could defend me and say something and hold these other mayors accountable for them not having protection. Because if California is able to protect us, right? Then why is it that the whole world can't protect us? I know that sounds crazy, but think about it. Why is it that the whole world cannot protect us? Why is it that we even need to be protected from people's bad behavior? But we're not ready to have that conversation, right? It seems like we're never ready to have those conversations. We're never ready to have those conversations. You know, those type of conversations that make you feel uncomfortable because you're like, wow, you know, I really didn't think about this. I really didn't think that Michelle didn't get her ID changed to female until she was 23, 24. So that means that Michelle looked like this all her life. And when she went to a job, she was automatically being outed. And then the managers would then go and use that to gossip with the employees, and justice is never served for me. But we're not going to talk about that, right? We never talk about those things, right? We never talk about it. People talk all that smack. People talk all this smack about me. They listen to my story, but they don't really listen to me. I said I've been in and out of shelter since the age of 14, okay? I left New York City when I was 23. I left from a shelter. I had to lie. I had to lie. And it's not even a lie, but I had to tell them that I had no ID, that I was homeless, and I lost all my paperwork. And they would be like, okay, but then you're going to have to go to the Social Security office to get your Social Security, and then you're going to have to go get your ID. We're going to give you 60 days. I already knew that I could only stay in the shelter for 60 days, because at the next time when they're like, okay, so where's your ID? And I didn't have an ID to give them because my ID wasn't going to match who I am. And I didn't want to get kicked out of the shelter and be forced to go into a male shelter. I knew that I had to leave that shelter, go on the streets for a little bit until I phased out of the shelter system, then go all the way back to the Bronx to start the shelter system again for another 60 days. So for all these years, I was in and out of shelters and I couldn't stay past 60 days because my ID didn't reflect who I was and who I am. But people don't talk about that, right? People sit there and they're like, oh, like, why can't you go to a shelter? Why can't you go to a shelter? Look at me here. Don't lecture me about shelters, because I had to manipulate a system that wasn't built to help me. So I could never stay in a shelter long enough for me to be qualified for housing, because I would be kicked out before that because of my lack of identification. I had to survive, and that's what I'm talking about. Trans women have to navigate this world, and we have to find loopholes to survive. We have to find loopholes to survive. All right? I went to a male shelter once. I was 14. It was cots. And I will never forget this. I will never forget this, okay? Never. Te lo juro, nunca me lo voy a olvidar. Nunca me lo voy a olvidar. This story is going to be my testimony that is going to uplift me. Listen to me. I went to a male shelter once. I was tired of sleeping in the park because algo me estaba pasando. Something was happening to me in the park, but I don't want to talk about that. I don't want to talk about that pain right now. But I was tired of sleeping outside. So I called 311. And if you called 311, it was free on the payphone. I called 311. I told them that I was homeless. And they said, well, we could give you an address to a shelter that you can get a bed. Or if you don't have any transportation, it might take us a while, but we could send a van to go pick you up. I said, I'll wait. I waited and waited and waited 3 hours for that van to come pick me up. It was a white van that came to pick me up. They put me in there, right? Then they took me to the shelter where there was cots, right? So basically, it was a warehouse. It was a single floor, and it was a gymnasium, and it had cots just laid out, right? Laid out in little groupings. And they give you a blanket. The showers were locker room styles, and then they gave you a bag lunch, right? A bag dinner. So as soon as I got in, I went to go the bag dinner, and then I went to go take a shower, and then I already knew my cot number because they tell you your cot number. So my cot was off in the corner, like on a wall, right? This is why you never sleep with your back towards people. So in my house, I would sleep towards the wall, like my face towards the wall. And that's how I always slept growing up. So when I went to my cot, I fell asleep facing the wall. Well, when you're in those shelters, there's different walks of life, there's different people, and there's no security. So, all I remember was there was a smell of something like burning and rotting. And I heard like these crackles and pop, right? And it almost smelled like rotten eggs. But I ignored it. So, I like try to doze back off, but like the smell was intense. And before I knew it, I felt like the weight of somebody on top of me, and like they had pushed my face down. And they were trying to pull my pants down. And I had to fight. I had to like squirm and wiggle my way out from up under him, and I stumbled off of the cot, and I ran with like my pants down and everything, and I just ran, and I kept running. And I told myself I was never going to go to a male shelter ever again. And that was on period. And that's another reason why I wanted to come to Los Angeles, because like I really want to speak to a therapist about stuff like this, stuff that's happened to me while being out in the street trying to survive. A lot of stuff has happened to me. And so when people get mad at me for being happy, I'm like, yo, I've been through a lot of things that keep me up at night. So don't begrudge me a little happiness. And don't get mad because I'm dreaming the dreams that I dream, because I need to dream these dreams, and I need to dream big so that it can erase all the things that keep me up at night. It could be replaced with abundance and happy memories and love and positivity and stuff. I was young, and that night, how I coped with it that night? Te lo juro. I promise you. I was mad young when that happened to me, right? I was 14. So I ran for mad long, and I eventually like got on the train. And I remember it was the C train, the one that goes to like Canal Street. And I rode the train that night, right? And I couldn't sleep, and I kept on like getting flashbacks of like, because I couldn't see what was happening because my face was smushed down in the cot, in the pillow, and I didn't get a good look at the person because I ran. So I kept on getting like flashbacks of like, and it felt like I could feel his weight still on me. Like sometimes to this day I'll sleep and I'll wake up out of my sleep like this, because I feel like sometimes I still feel. That's what I remember the most, the way his weight felt on me. And he had like really rough hands, like they were rough on the sides, because I felt them like scraping. So I just want like my life to completely transform for the better. And I want for all those memories to be replaced with beautiful memories. And that's why I am a romantic at heart, because I just want a man that's gonna like see me, respect me, honor me. And like maybe we can like heal together, you know? I feel so much better. I do. I feel so grateful, honestly. Te lo juro por Dios. I feel so grateful in this moment. These tears right now that I'm crying. I know that these are going to be the last time I'm going to have to cry these tears because I put all my faith in this moment. Okay, I put all my hope, my everything in this moment. And I know that I am going to succeed. I know that I'm going to get the help that I need. And I know that my life is going to go up from here. I've put in the work. I've survived on my own up until this point. Now it's time to reach out, reach out. I don't know, who knows? Maybe like some YouTubers want to collab with me, like some big time influencers and stuff. Like, who lives in LA? Oh my God, everybody lives in LA. This is like a YouTube. I'm a YouTuber living in LA. Ah! Espérate. I'm over here crying como una zángana. What am I crying about? I'm in LA. I'm a YouTuber living in LA. This is my first video in LA. Oh my God. Oh my God. I am a YouTuber in LA. Soon, I'm going to be driving my pink G-Wagon and I'm going to be getting Starbucks coffees, and then I'm going to be doing mukbangs in my G-Wagon with my Starbucks drink, and they're going to name a Starbucks drink after me, and it's gonna be called, oh my God, I know what my Starbucks drink I want it to be. I want it to be a passion fruit morir soñando. Do y'all know what a morir soñando is? It's like this batida. If you don't know what a batida is, it's like a licuada. A licuada is like not like a smoothie, but like a blended juice. And it's carnation milk, sugar, and orange juice. And vanilla. That's a morir soñando. If you guys want me to make that after this live, leave it in the comments down below and I could teach y'all how to make a morir soñando. But what if Starbucks creates a drink for me like that, but instead of regular milk, they do it with coconut milk, passion fruit juice, a little bit of vanilla, and they blend it, and they could call that the passion in her eyes. The passion in her eyes. Okay, like eyes and ice, because I'm iced out because I've made it and I'm like rich and famous. I ain't got no ice, but this was 50 cent. Soon it's gonna be like 50,000. It's gonna be a diamond encrusted Cuban link. And I'm gonna be like, oh my God, look at this Harry Winston Cuban link that's diamond encrusted that my husband got me. Because my husband's gonna have mad money. My husband's gonna have mad money because this is LA. So I'm gonna meet like a real estate agent, right? But I'm not gonna know that he does real estate for $1 million homes. Let's manifest it right now. So this is how I'm gonna meet my man, right? So basically, boom, what's gonna happen is my stuff is gonna blow up. My subscriber count is gonna go mad high. Then I'm gonna get a phone call from like a big YouTuber. This big YouTuber is gonna be like, girl, I want to do a makeover over you. I want to beat your face, the whole 9 yards. Let's do it. And then we'll do a mukbang and we'll talk. And I'm like, ready. I'm there. Let's get tested for COVID. Let's do it. Then that video is going to release, right? Once that video releases, then I'm going to like get blown up. And then once I get blown up, then I'm going to start making money on YouTube. I'm going to start getting sponsorships. That's when Rihanna is going to give me the call and it's going to come in the mail. Listen, it's going to come delivered personally to me, they're going to hand me a box and it's going to say, you wished upon a star and Fenty saw it. Congratulations. You are our newest brand ambassador. Expect a phone call at 8 o'clock from Riri herself. Oh my God. And I will be like, oh my God, oh my God, oh my God. Oh my God, Riri, I knew this was gonna happen. Like, I mean, I would have liked for, like it to happen before my YouTube channel kind of blew up, but I still love it. And thank you, thank you, thank you. And then from there, I'm gonna be so booked and busy, right? So I'm gonna be like, ooh, I have enough money to buy like an apartment, or like maybe even like a house, depending on how much money I make or whatever. And then I'm going to go and I'm going to be like, ooh, since I do most of my work here in LA, I'm going to get an apartment here in LA, right? And I'm going to be like, ooh, so they're going to be like, oh, I know this real estate agent. He's perfect. I've worked with him. He's worked with other celebs like Megan Thee Stallion, Lizzo. Like he deals with celebrity clientele. You'll be well taken care of. This, that, and third. And it's Rihanna that suggests him. Oh my God, so luxe. If Rihanna is the one who sets me up with my future man, like not intentionally. So then I go to the real estate agent guy and I'm like, hi. And he's like, oh, Michelle? And I'm like, yes, what's your name? And he's going to be like, oh, where's my manners? My name is John. And I'm going to be like, John? Why is it that John's always be following me and stuff? He's going to be like, huh? And I'm going to be like, no, it's this thing on my channel. I have this doll that's like Fireman John. He's like, okay, you have a doll that's a fireman and you named him John. And I'm like, yeah, but you don't like look like him. He's like, is that a good thing or a bad thing? And I'm like, I don't know. Now you're making me nervous. And he's going to be like, I'm making you nervous? How? And I'm going to be like, because you just put me on the spot. You made me like think about you in that type of way. And now I'm looking at you and you actually like kind of cute and stuff or whatever. But I don't want you to get conceited because like I already know how guys are when they're mad cute. And you a real estate agent on top of that. So I know you got money and your outfit is Prada and you rocking those Gucci shoes really nice. And you look like you date that type of girl that does spin class, like soul cycling. And she drinks a skinny ice latte, no foam, no sugar, no air, no calories, that type of drink. And he's going to be like, oh, quite the contrary. And I would be like, are you flirting with me? Is this happening right now? He's going to be like, I think I am. And I'm going to be like, ew! So you're going to hook me up with a deal on the house, right? Since you kind of low-key flirting with me. He's like, let's see how dinner turns out. And I'm going to be like, ooh, dinner? Where you taking me to dinner? Because we in LA right now. So you got to take me to, where all those people go to LA. It's like Tao, or is it Tao or, oh my God, I'm in LA. Oh my God, this could totally happen. I don't know, one of those restaurants in LA. And then I'm going to be like, and he's going to be like, oh, I have a permanent reservation there. That's perfect. I take most of my upscale clientele after the deal signing over there. So that works out perfectly. And I'm like, okay, so you're going to have to take me someplace different, but you're going to have to make it really, really special. And he's like, okay, deal. And then boom, right? I get a phone call 2 days later. Hey, are you doing anything Sunday? And I'm like, well, I kind of have to do Good Morning America, but after I do that, I'll be free like say 5-ish. He's like, okay, perfect. So then he's going to send me a car to come pick me up. I'm going to get ready, right? And then when the car comes, they're going to have a box, right? And I'm going to be like, oh, I thought I was getting, like, what's this box? And they're like, oh, like John, it's a present from John. So I'll open the box and it's this nice dress with these pumps. And I'm going to be like, oh my God, like I was already dressed and ready, but give me a minute. leave the car here and I'm gonna go get changed. So then I put on the dress and it's mad expensive and mad nice, right? Because it was like Gucci, it was like Versace. And ew, like this literally is happening already in my head. I'm mad excited. Like I can't wait to meet my real estate agent who I'm gonna marry and fall in love with. And his name is gonna be John or whatever. And he's gonna be like 6'3". You know what? He's gonna be like 6'5". Let's give him 6'5". So whatever, right? So basically, what's gonna happen is I'm gonna put that outfit, then I'm gonna get in the car, and then he's gonna be driving. He's gonna drive to this landing strip, right? And I'm gonna be like, ooh, a landing strip? And he's like, oh yeah, John owns his own private jet. And I'm gonna be like, John owns his own private jet? Yeah. So I'm gonna be like, so the driver's gonna get out the car because it's gonna be like a Rolls Royce. And then he's gonna open up the door and he's gonna take out his hand and I'm gonna grab it and I'm gonna get out the car. And then John is gonna come out of the plane thing. He's gonna be like, finally, you're here. And then he's gonna come down to greet me and then he's gonna like give me a hug and then a kiss on the cheek and the cheek like that. And I'm gonna be like, ew. I don't know, like, why is it that, like, this moment doesn't even feel real? And he's gonna be like, oh, it's gonna feel very real because you're gonna drive the plane. And I'm gonna be like, I'm gonna drive what? I'm not driving no plane. He's gonna be like, I'm gonna show you. We're gonna be in the cockpit together. And I'm gonna be like, oh my God, I'm gonna be in the cockpit. Papi, papi, papi. Yo soy una freca y una atrevida. So don't be throwing words like that in subliminals because we about to join this Mile High Club and it's about to get real freak nasty. Freak nasty. Freak. I'm running through your cockpit like a Tomb Raider. You gotta pass the throttle. It's a hot potato. I told him, eat it or get out. That's his ultimatum. Boy, stop licking my big toe hard. That ish is aggravating. He can't compare me to none of these bitches. I got that Beyonce, that dream girl, that listen. Freak nasty. Freak nasty. Ow. Yo, that was a spoken word by Megan Thee Stallion. Freak nasty. And then he's going to be like, I don't know what you said, but I kind of like the way it sounded in Spanish. And I'm going to be like, if you only knew, but there's time for that later. And he's going to grab my hand and we're going to get in the plane and then we're going to go in the plane, but I'm not going to finish the story. And you guys are going to be mad because y'all going to be like, yo, why don't you? And you know, I just made this up in my head how I'm going to meet him. That's the crazy part is I literally just made this up. Like, this is exactly how I'm going to meet him. So I guess I got to get, I got to keep going on YouTube. So I need your help. Now more than ever, your interaction counts, okay? I am monetized on YouTube, but because I don't have millions of followers or thousands of followers, I mean, I'm not making that much. Being completely transparent, it's really, it's not. Yeah, like I'm not getting an apartment anytime soon with it. Maybe like a week's worth of groceries. Because they don't monetize all my videos. Like, it seems like the more real I am, those are the videos that they don't monetize. But if I'm, like, just doing something basic, they monetize those.
Where are you staying tonight? Good. Come on.
Oh, my God! Ah! Hold on, hi! Oh, my God! How did you see me?
Where are you staying tonight?
I have a place to stay tonight.
Oh my God, Gina.
Oh
nice
my God,
to meet
hi,
you.
Gina.
I sent you a message about me sending you some money through Cash App, but you didn't respond back. So I was like,
Oh
okay.
my God.
Yeah.
I've been through so much.
Yeah, I know
you
it,
don't
girl.
even know.
Listen, everyone is.
But so many people have been trying to come after
I cannot
me.
live you. I've been like, walking around like a crazy person.
Oh my God.
Yeah, I'm from New York. Well, I've been lived all over the place. So, yeah, my name is Gina. I'm an ex-porn star. I lived in London, Australia, New York. Yeah. So I've been watching this story for like 4 months, 5 months. I'm like, wow, I love her.
Oh my God.
And I was gonna tell you, just come out here and you can stay with us.
Oh my god.
Yeah, but so 2 girls just moved into my apartment last week, so the rooms are gone.
Oh.
But I know another guy who has an apartment that's big, and you could cook there. You could do whatever the fuck you want to do there.
All right.
Yeah, it's big. But I mean, the room's $1,500. You know, but come crash with us tonight if you want to. I mean, I don't know what you're doing or where you're staying.
No,
or...
I have a place to
Oh, you
stay
do?
tonight for a
Okay.
couple of days.
Okay.
I wanted to make sure that I had that secure so that
Yeah.
I'm not like completely stressed.
Yeah, you know what? I wanted to get like a senior citizen housing for them, and they don't help you. Like they're like impossible. They're really impossible. Yeah.
impossible?
How old are you?
I'm 30.
I'm 50. So yeah, I mean it's crazy. It's
Oh
like
my
yeah.
god, really?
Yeah,
You
I'm
look
50.
amazing.
Oh, thanks. Yeah, thank you.
Amazing.
Oh, thanks. Yeah, sorters and stuff. You know how it is.
No,
Are you
you
still going live?
Oh yeah, I'm actually.
Do you have my number? Like, I mean, I don't know where you're staying. I was gonna say come stay with us, or like, maybe go to my friends and maybe you can see the apartment. Maybe. It's up to you. I don't know. I emailed him. He doesn't have a phone. He's a teacher, professor at San Monica College, and he has an extra room, so you could probably crash there tonight if you wanted to. You have to go look, you know.
No. I have a place tonight, so
You have
I'm
a place
good. I
tonight, okay.
appreciate it.
Yeah,
Thank you.
yeah.
But yes, I
Write my
definitely
number
want
down. Write my number down.
Yes.
And I was like, I can't believe she's fucking here. I couldn't believe it. I was like, no fucking way. So I ran down here. It's crazy. Oh my god, Kim, I interrupted your live. I'm sorry.
No, that's okay.
How many people have you contacted out here? Do you know people out here?
I don't know anybody.
You're kidding.
I literally just
Well, then
came
come have
here.
a drink with us then.
I came here. I've been 3.
Oh,
Like, it took 3
come
days
have a
to
drink.
get-
Yeah, let's go to my apartment.
What's your number?
It's
Wait, hold on.
415. Yeah. You didn't finish your thing?
Hold on.